Welcome to the channel. This is FPL lineup. I'll be going through my lineup this week. Game week 12 of the Fantasy Premier League football season. It's been a very poor international break for myself, like I'm sure many other managers have been seeing this week with a lot of injuries. I did see one side with 10 injuries on the list, which is probably a record of some kind. However, not good news for 50% of Dream Team entries. I think Gabriel and Semenyo have been selected by, like I said, around 50% of all sides. So Gabriel's definitely on the injury list for a good couple of weeks by the sounds of it. So he's definitely got to go. And then, yes, unfortunately, it's a lot of jiggery pokery to get the sides back aligned. This would have been my lineup for this week, game week 12. And it would have been a strong one. However, I'm going to have to make some changes with my own subs and obviously transferring in one player because if you can see at the top here, I have bust all my chips and I am freewheeling until the 5 free transfers at the AFCON. So I've been thinking maybe putting Virgil in at the back, 5.9 million. I think they've got a good run of fixtures, so that could be a good call. Play it safe for Liverpool. I think they've got a good side. You know, they should finish in the top 3 comfortably. They've had a bit of a bad run, but I don't think that'll continue. I think Gomez for Brighton. Brighton could be a good call this weekend. I think they will get the win against Brentford. Brentford are not great away. And I think Minter, who I've got in my side, picked up some points for me with 2 assists the other week. Gomez and Danny Welbeck, if anyone's thinking of changing their striker, that would also be, I think, a good call this weekend. However, I'm going to leave just Minter. I'll leave my front 3 as they are. Thiago, Haaland, João Pedro have had a good season. João Pedro's just come back into it in the last couple of weeks. And Thiago's been on fire from the start, really. So I think if they do nick a goal, it'll be him away to Brighton this weekend. And hopefully my substitutes can pull it off. So Gabriel is definitely out. I'll sub him in there. Gvardiol, tough fixture away really against Newcastle for Manchester City. Hopefully they can keep a clean sheet. Newcastle at home, very, very good, obviously. Dan Burn at the back. You got Bruno in midfield. They've got a good little squad, but I think Man City, especially before the international break, were almost hitting top gear. So I'm going to leave Neto in as well. I'm going to substitute Gakpo in for now. I'm going to check the news later to see any updates with Semenyo. He might go back in. I put Virgil in. I'm going to have to make a decision. I'll check the news briefings, but I'm going to get the video out for this morning. Yeah, so internationals, not great for anyone. There were some cracking games with Scotland and Ireland, so you can't take that away from them. But from an FPL point of view, it's been a bit of a nightmare. I'll catch you on game week 13 for the next one. And remember to leave your lineups in the comment section.